So, while they get chairs, so that was our presentation. So now we're going into question and answers, question and answer. But first we want to do positive affirmations. So we do this every single time we finish, or we try to do it every single time that we finish. Oh, okay, she was waving. I was like, what's going on? Every time we finish a session with our group, we do this close your eyes thing, repeat after me, and it's usually something very confident, very inspiring, just to keep that throughout the week, because we meet on Sundays. So once we get our chairs settled here, we're just gonna go down. You guys are gonna close your eyes. I know it might be uncomfortable. You don't know who's sitting next to you. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't like your family members. Just kidding. All right. So we're gonna close our eyes, and you guys are gonna repeat after each and every one of us, and we're all gonna have a line. And at the end, we're just gonna clap it out, hug it out, whatever you want to do. All right. So close your eyes. Close your eyes. Patrick, you have your eyes open. Close your eyes, guys.
You got me.
All right. I am royal.
I am royal.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. When you guys say this, you gotta say it with confidence. Like you're the best person in the room. This is where your ego comes in, okay? And you guys can be kings and queens, whatever you want to be, all right? Let's try that again. I am royal.
I am royal.
Mom and Dad, you guys do not have your eyes closed. I am confident.
I am confident.
I am beautiful.
I am beautiful.
I am a creator.
I am a creator.
Shoot.
I know I can. Be what I want to be.
Be what I want to be.
If I work hard at it, I can be where I want to be. Yeah, I got that off Nas though.
I am productive.
I am productive.
I am me.
I am me.
I am the truth.
I am the truth.
No matter what, I will continue to grow and thrive.
No matter what, I will continue to grow and thrive.
I am free.
I am free.
I am alive. I am alive. And I am oneness. I am oneness.
I am an ocean.
I am an ocean.
I am an original.
I am an original.
We are unique.
We are unique.
Thank you, everybody. That was great.
Wait, you gotta hug it out.
All right, everybody.
Thank you guys for coming. This was awesome. It was amazing. If you guys have any questions for us, that's what we're here for. All that fun stuff.
So we just asked people if you have a question for the group generally, or if you have a specific question. Patrick has a wireless mic. And yeah, we know some people, if you gotta leave, but we'd love for you to stay. So you can direct any question to any one of us or the whole group. Question, back here, back in the back. Yeah, shout out to our cameraman, recruited at the last minute, Edwin. GS has a couple of groupies.
Hi. My name is Naomi St. Louis, and I came here unexpectedly with Janetti. We are a part of an upcoming group called Urbanology, but it's not about about me right now, it's about you guys. So, this young, no, not, respectable woman, and I don't know your name, I'm sorry.
Julie.
Julie. I just wanted to tell you, it's not necessarily a question, maybe it is, but it's to say that you are an inspiration. You definitely are an inspiration. I look at you and sometimes I question myself and I'm like, maybe I should just give up on this poetry thing. I left college and my time is gone. But it really is not, and I'm thankful that I actually came here and was able to witness all of you guys of all ages just showing art. And I really want to get a line from you later, maybe, about the one when you linked creativity to the creator. Wow, my mind's blown, and I was just like, well, I love that. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
Hi.
It's a little hard. It's a little hard. You don't hear that well. You don't hear that well back here. So could you speak up?
I will speak louder for you. I just want to say a late happy birthday to my cousin, and I want to give
Sweet 16, Rhonda. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. This is her worst nightmare. Happy birthday to you. Sweet 16. Sweet 16.
We're definitely gonna hear it later.
Oh my God. Well, she started.
Hi guys, fabulous job everyone. You guys were mind-blowing, each and every single one of you. I think you deserve another round of applause. I just have a basic question. What are some of the things that inspires you guys? So I know you guys talk about having writing prompts, but besides the writing prompts, what are some of the things that drive that writing passion that some of you have? I'd like to hear a little bit about that.
All right. So hey, my name is Jose. So I think I have a good idea because today I didn't actually write a piece. I kind of was like waiting for something to come, and because that's usually what I do. I like to write the night before, just like how I take tests. I study the night before, and nothing was really coming. So I was like, I will stay confident, and I kind of just came up here and just kind of spoke what's on my mind. And I think like most of my poetry is inspired through the strength that I show, like every day, just getting through the struggles that I've just faced every day. Trying and just my emotions. That's kind of what inspires me to do what I do.
Hello, my name is Clint, and for my poetry, I would say it's like a mirror. I would like to reflect every single one, like personality, emotion, element that we all share inside of us. Like this piece that we did, it was kind of like I was the darkness, reflecting the darkness in life, in our world, in our head. So like a mirror for me.
So I think, snap it out. Yes. I love snaps. I think for us, I guess I think I can speak for the group, or maybe not, but you guys can tell me. We inspire each other. So when we actually meet either in my apartment or our apartment or Julie's apartment, which we live in the same building. So we all get together. I know we're just right there. We all get together and we usually do give a prompt, which is bread loaf style. You give a prompt, you guys write. There's usually a time limit, and then after that you share. And everybody has to share, no matter even if we have like new people come in, we're like, yo, you're sharing. And they're like, what? But there's this positive vibe and this ambiance that we have, this aura just within our group that it creates that space so that somebody can share and they feel safe to share. So I think we inspire each other I know that I draw blanks a lot, and when somebody writes a piece or something, I'm just like, whoa, and then my mind just starts going. So that's just for me, but yeah, that's how we are inspired.
I mean, I guess for me, everything inspires me. Isn't that for like everyone though? Just the experiences you go through. What I love about spoken word is that, what I've always loved about spoken word, when I was like 13, I came across it, is that it really like can involve anything. That's why you saw that little theatrical part of it, how we set up like a bus and a bus stop, and people come up to the bus stop. Poetry when it's embodied in the form of spoken word. It can be anything, and it can involve like music, and I've also seen like some dancing in it too. But that's why I do spoken word. I guess that doesn't really answer the question. Yeah.
Want to say something?
I'll go. So, what inspires me, right? Is that the question? I was born and raised a Laurentian, so right off the bat, I'm inspired by my people. I just blacked out right there. You want to say something?
I just want to say, because I never answered the question, a lot of my poems have to do with things I read. I read a lot of articles online, a lot of videos that I come across on YouTube, because I'm into like conspiracies and stuff. But it comes from some really good ideas, and there was this, I was watching this movie with Jose like a long time ago, Mysterious Skins, and I did a poem on it, and I submitted it at a magazine that my school has, and turns out they're going to publish it now, and it just goes to show that if you put effort into doing poetry, people think like poetry is boring, but if you put effort into it, it's going to be great.
Hi, I'm Jennifer, and you guys were awesome. Oh my God, you're so amazing. I could cry. But we heard when you first started, like you were behind the screen, and then again up here on the stage, you guys do like a athletic, like rah, and you give a praise to Jesus, and somebody mentioned
GS.
GS? Okay. That's what I was Is this a Christian group? Do we have to be Christian to join? and so
I am a Christian.
To the core of it, though, you can speak about poetry having a spiritual experience for you, and that it gave you that sort of intrinsic strength. And I wanted to ask, could any of you touch upon that? Does it happen to you collectively as a group? And how do you experience it as individuals?
No, I mean, I think that I was trying to say this a little bit when I was preparing my, before I did my poem, is that, and I think this happens in Common Sage too, this is what I was trying to say, like something happens, right? Where we get this prompt, nobody knows what it is in advance, and particularly in our group, especially with the master prompt guy over there. Clint comes just with a prompt from some other universe. I mean, he just makes it up. Well, sometimes he brings them, and and then you do it. You have 5 minutes, 7 minutes, 10 minutes, and what comes out of people cannot be explained, right? And that there's some creative source going on there. Whether you want to say it's something that's deep within the human personality, or you want to say that it's something transcendent, or both, that it just can't be denied. I mean, you just jaw-dropping, like, where did that come from? And I mean, every one of these people, Common Sage, same thing happens. It's just, it's awesome, you know, in that sense of just awesome. So I can say a lot of different things about it, but that's one thing.
And Julie mentioned it happens in our group and in Common Sage, but it can happen within anybody. You know, if you guys all get together, you know, it's just the community feel that creates that vibe, you know, like everybody's together, you're writing, no matter what the prompt is. It could be the hardest prompt. I know that I gave Julie the first time she wrote with, you know, workshop style. I gave them the prompt of the most painful experience in your lifetime. And that's a really hard thing to write about, especially when you're with strangers. But there's a sense of vulnerability, and that vulnerability is an access, like a gateway to your inner, you know, your inner creativity, which always happens, which is amazing. And so, you know, don't think that it's just, oh, it only happens with that group or that group. You know, it can happen within anybody if you guys just get together, you know, and you just write, basically, right? That's it.
Real quick, I swear. I personally think that poetry is a spiritual experience, even if you're not religious, you know. I think that just when you write, it's coming from within you. It's coming from somewhere within you, and that's a piece of you. Whether you say it to people, whether you keep it for yourself, it's a piece of you. And whether you think so or not, like, that's spiritual. Like, that's who you are, and like you're feeling it in that moment. So I just think, like, whoever you are, if you write for yourself, if you write for other people, if you just write in general, like, you're being spiritual, you're connecting with yourself, and I think that's important.
Amen.
To add on to what Rania said, I do believe that it is like spiritual, because it is coming from within you, but like I want to say collectively we transcend and through the words, because, you know, so before the writing, it's normal. During, you're thinking, and after you expressed, you know, the unknown that dwells inside you, you know, maybe it might have been the weights that are like carrying you down in your daily life, or it could have been your inner power that just hasn't been awakened. You know, at the end of the day, I feel like we transcend as a group, and as an individual, we harmonize together. And yeah.
To everybody, it was really wonderful, and I also wanted to give you guys props for like incorporating performance into your artwork. A lot of people just stand in front of the microphone, but you guys are not afraid to take risks, so thank you for doing that. I really enjoyed it. I just have a question about, is there any intention to publish someday what you guys say to the microphone? Because I would love to read again some of these amazing poems that I get to hear, because your words are amazing. So any plans for that?
Well, that's love. So, with the help of Nate, I'm working on a book, so
yeah.
Plans for the summer.
Dude, I think Ronnie's working on a book too. She's just shy.
She's just keeping it on the low.
She's too modest. No, but they're really, for real, there is, so Bread Loaf, I don't know if you guys know Bread Loaf, maybe? Bread Loaf is a super cool creative writing program, which is where we got the structure from. And actually a lot of them are gonna be working at Bread Loaf this summer or participating in the teacher workshop, which is pretty cool. But in Bread Loaf, they always make an anthology, which they, you know, just have everybody's pieces together in a book. So we're hoping that, you know, one day we can go ahead and have a Guerrilla Society book with everybody's pieces in it. That'd be cool. I mean, we're moving up. We just got an IG and Instagram. So, you know, that's a big thing. We're like, oh, media now. So if you guys have an Instagram, follow us on Guerrilla_Society. That's it? 2 R's, 2 L's. Yeah, that's it. And if you have any inquiries, you can also, you know, contact us through email, which is guerrilla.society@gmail.com. We just made that as well. So we're moving up.
I have a question. Mike, question. Mike. This is Junior's mama.
Hi everybody. I just want to thank everybody, especially the owner here.
Yes.
amazing. I mean, I'm speechless. I really am.
Thank you.
Yeah. And I wanted to ask, is it growing? Can anybody just join? Does the age matter?
We have a song, actually. Remember the song we talked about at lunch? Everywhere we go, people ask us, how do we join? And we tell them, we don't know. On Sunday.
I have a friend that does poetry, but she's around my age, so she's in her 40s and.
Well, I mean, in the adult and common sage though too. I mean, it's a great place to just kind of get your chops up too, and that's free flowing too, much easier, public space kind of thing.
We don't discriminate. Roll through whoever you are. It doesn't matter if you're like 102, like if you're 4 years old, come and write with us. We'll appreciate whatever you have to say.
She's amazing, but she's never like put it out there, and I think, I don't know. It's a question, but thank you.
And we just wanted to say too about El Taller, like thank you for bringing that up, because where would we be without El Taller in the city of Lawrence right now? The reason why we have arts and culture that we do is because we have a space, and a safe space, an open space to do it, and that's because of the Guerrero family. So.
I have a question too. Do you think that this kind of writing should be in our schools for all students?
Definitely.
And like, how would you make a case for that? Saying, you know, it's not on the tests and there's not time for it, but do they need it? Do we all need this time to write?
Well, I guess that's a very complex question, because when I think of this type of poetry, spoken word poetry, I ask myself, like, what is spoken word poetry? And why, like you said, why do we need it in school? But I think first you have to understand what is spoken word poetry. And Angel kind of explained it a little bit, like how some people act, some people even sing, some people dance, sometimes there's like bus scenes or whatever. I think that that type of expression, that type of freedom, that type of safe space, that type of outlet for people is always needed, not just in schools, but everywhere. And it is also educational because you're also, you're writing, but you're also learning skills of how to work in a team, how to support each other, how to build each other up. And that's something that you can never get enough of. So I personally think that it's more than just educational. It is educational, but it's more than just that. And to not have that in schools or in life is just, I mean, it's not fun, it's dull, it's black and white. If we just went to school every day and we just did academics, I highly doubt anybody would want to go to school. But you see, there's sports, there's all these different activities, so why shouldn't there be spoken word poetry? Why shouldn't there be this opportunity for people to express themselves, help each other through the style of writing or singing, and also compete? There's different competitions. I remember when we first started off, we went to LTAB, Louder Than a Bomb, and we met amazing, amazing poets, and it wasn't even a competition. We used to say this thing, if anybody remembers, it's not, the point isn't... The point is not the point, the point is the poetry, exactly. And, yeah, or listen to the poet, that was another thing. It's about you, it's about your self-expression, and I think that's really important.
Yeah, answering the question, I really do believe this just writing should be a point of focus when it comes to the education system. I mean, reflecting back on how I was educated, I really like the teachers that let me write and like incorporated creative writing, because it was like free time for me to write whatever I wanted to. And I guess looking at how it is now for me at school, it's more like you have to write this and it has to be a factual based paper. Don't write your opinion. It has to be, and like, they try to like box it. And when I look at like poetry or just writing in general, it should be more liberal. People shouldn't be given limits. And so I think kind of with GS, we are a free group. We don't limit ourselves, and we try to,
forget.
No disclaimers?
No disclaimers. So,
you want to explain what that is?
Yeah, I know for myself, I get up on the mic and I get really like, oh, this poem isn't that good, it sucks, and it's like, no disclaimers. But yeah, I do believe that in schools they should just let kids roam on their own. Like also give them time to learn on their own.
Building off of what she just finished saying, I definitely agree, and I think that it's ridiculous how creative writing has actually, because creative writing used to be in schools, I'm sure. It's just they've taken it away for some ridiculous reason. Probably to like concentrate more on tests, but we're not going to pass tests if we're not letting us creatively explore ourselves. I think schools are just now focused on memorization and not learning. That, and how do you expect someone to learn and grow if you're keeping them in the box that she was talking about? Schools are supposed to be like exploring your mind, what you can do, and how that can then help society. So that's why we're fighting back. Guerrilla Society, warriors, thinkers, revolutionaries.
So, adding on into what Celeste and Angel just said, with the school system and its value of creative writing. Now, how it will be done is for like the children or the students to see the value of self-expression and poetry and the results that you get right after. Because once you write something, you're not the same. You get an insight on yourself, the environment, the world. Now, like, it's not, the reason why it's not into it, well, one key factor is, you know, when you're in school and the bell rings, you gotta go to lunch, bell rings, you gotta go back to class, bell rings, you go home. That was like an idea from the industrial age. That was for the factory workers being you know, abused, working like 30 hours for like 4 cents, where the bell would ring, or like the bell will ring, and then that's the time where they have to go to work. That's the time where they have to go home. That's like the time for them to go eat.
Indoctrination.
Yes. So that idea is still in our like educational system, and to the test and to the core values of the educational system with the math and English. I mean, the way it's being done with the results, I mean, some kids have situations in their lives outside of school where I think poetry would really benefit in them understanding them, and then that would help out in their academic grades because they're not blaming themselves most of the time, because, you know, these are innocent minds. Yeah.
I'm just gonna talk really quick. So I agree with everyone on this board here, and I think the first step to really change education in the school is to bring community into the classroom. So, you know, you have the public school system, right? There's like 30-something kids in there, but the teacher is just looking at the kids as like a mass, you know, just one lump. But if you were to, you know, see every kid as an individual and that they are part of a community, and that is what's connecting the entire, you know, connecting the teacher to students, students to teacher, vice versa, everything around the school, everything's connected. I think